everybody. This is Gigi, hanging with Gigi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just came on here to chit chat. I was on here yesterday, and yesterday I was really having a pity party, and it was kind of like gloom and doom. You guys ever have that day? I decided to record it on YouTube. And let me adjust this for a minute. I want to get this my camera right, you guys. And so I just wanted to come on here to see what you guys were doing, to share with you what I'm doing. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gigi, as I mentioned. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, and I just have a joy for life. I love, as an entrepreneur, sharing my journey with you. As a baby boomer, I think it's, so important, to transition, to evolve, to do something so that I don't get stuck in a place that I don't want to be. And I want to share that with you because sometimes we could do that. And I just wanted to share with you what I'm doing today and to what I did to get myself out of that dark place, out of that doom and gloom that I had yesterday, where I was really having a pity party. And I definitely shared it on my YouTube channel, Hanging with Gigi. And I just want to just say, I love you guys. I just want to share my journey, my life, how we're navigating through this time, 2020, we're at the end of 2020 going into 21, and hope that we don't take some of that baggage that was in 2020 with us, the pandemic, and how we can overcome some of this stuff. Sometimes it's just not easy, right? And so what I decided to do during the pandemic is to help have a better life, is to start a business. And when I decided to do that, I realized that, okay, this is not easy. It's not like, I'm going to go to sleep one day. I started an online business, by the way, as an affiliate marketer. And I'm not going to go to sleep and have money in my bank account the next day. This is going to take some work. It's going to take some focus. It's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some consistency. And for a lot of people, if you're not used to that, you won't make it, because the slightest mistake, the slightest thing that goes wrong when things don't turn out as planned, we're going to go back to doing the same old thing over and over again instead of just sticking with it. So this is what I did. Let me show you guys on my screen what I did this morning. I got up, I took a shower, I ate breakfast. It's a Saturday morning, and I'm like, okay, I got to get some work done, because what I was doing is I was like spinning my wheels. You ever do this, like, as an entrepreneur, and I'm talking to my entrepreneur people. We do the steps, we go through the motions, we're doing the steps, and we're not seeing the outcome that we're looking for, that we want, that we desire to see, honey, and that's money. Money in my bank account. I wanted to increase. Somebody, hello. And so in order to do that, you got to get people to your website. You got to get eyeballs on your website. And these are what they call target market. This is your target market. These are people that these are people that have an interest in what you have to sell them or show them, right? And so this works so what I decided to do is create an email list and learn about email marketing. And this works for any kind of entrepreneur, no matter what your niche is, no matter what your business is, no matter if it's a product, no matter if it is a service. Email marketing is essential to your business, okay? And so I am learning. And I decided to do videos to take you guys on a journey to not only just the business part, but the personal part, the person, the Gigi. And I wanted to open up the doors so that you guys could see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So yesterday, like I mentioned, I did do a video because I was having a meltdown. I was having a pity party because my life wasn't looking the way I planned. And so today was different. I said, okay, what can I do? And so when I got dressed, had breakfast, I decided to, and I'm going to share with you, I wanted to listen to a positive message, right? So I decided to, let me share my screen with you, to listen to this woman named Dr. Venus Opal Reese, who I'm going to tell you her story is so amazing. This video is from 2 years ago and it's on YouTube. So I wanted to listen to somebody who looked like me, but who's having the kind of success that I'm looking for. This woman, Dr. Venus, came from humble beginnings. She was homeless at the age of 16. She slept on the streets in the urine and ate out of garbage cans because her mom put her out. And she didn't know what it was like to what success looked like. Like a lot of us African American women, African American people, we're used to being devalued, looked down upon. We don't have any hope. We don't have, and some of us, we just settle. We settle. Okay, this is all I could have. I know as a woman, when I was coming up, um, we were taught that our, the best thing to look for is to graduate from high school, get a job, and find a good man that could take care of you. That was our aspiration. And so when you see generation after generation after generation doing the same thing, and you have not seen a person that looked like you have any grand success outside of this realm, outside of this box that you've been put in, you don't know what that looks like. And if you see one, two, or three, or just a handful of Black women that look like you who have done it, there is no guidebook. There's no guidebook. You see them in the movies, you see it in the movies, you see it, here and there on TV, but nobody's showing you the blueprint on how to get there. How does that work? What does it take, right? And so, um, what that did for me is I always had a dream, a desire, a passion to do something grand, to be um, to do something different where I could live life on purpose. I could live life on my terms. When I was younger, I was a dancer. I studied dance, ballet, jazz, tap, modern, right? And so I would I couldn't afford the classes, so what I would do is I would do like maybe administrative work for these studios or clean up the studios or whatever as a trade in order to be able to take the classes, right? To study to grow my skills as a dancer. And the person that I looked up to was Debbie Allen and Judith Jamerson. Oh my God. These are two beautiful Black women that they were successful dancers. They were grand in my eyes, and I wanted to be just like them. And so I studied dance. I had a child at a young age. I had a child at the age of 16, and I was on welfare, but at the same time, that being on welfare, to me, this is the way I was thinking, my mindset, it granted me the freedom because I lived with my parents, I didn't have to pay rent or anything like that. And I had food stamps, so I was buying food and stuff like that. And then, you know, I didn't think anything was wrong with being on welfare. But the money was small, and, you know, there was definitely restrictions on what you could do. But my focus was on wanting to be a dancer, wanting to be this great dancer, that and this learning the skills of being a great dancer, being excellent. It was going to get me out of poverty. It was going to get me out of this place of not being able to travel and live life on my terms. So that, and I love dancing, and I thought I was good at it. And so I got a chance to go to New York. I got a chance to do some studying at um, Dance Theater, not Dance Theater of Harlem, but Alvin Ailey Dance Studio, you know. And so I did that for a minute, and that was in New York. And then I came back to California, which is where I reside now. And so this is, I didn't know how to go from poverty to where I wanted to be, where Judith Jamison was, successful dancer, where Debbie Allen was an actress, entertainer, a successful dancer. I seen them, but I didn't have the blueprint to get to where they were, right? And so, fast forwarding, I injured myself. I injured my knee. I could no longer dance, and I tried, but the pain would injury would reoccur, and so I went into a state of depression. And my love for dance was just so strong. It was like I was an addict. I needed to dance because I felt free. I felt free. And when I had the injury and I could no longer dance, I'm like, where do I go from here? What can I do? And now the weight, now my focus is now on my poverty, I'm a mom, a single mom on welfare. And now I'm starting to look down on myself. You know, I'm like, who am I? What do I have to contribute? You know, why am I living life like this? And so, where can I go? Where? And I always thought I wanted to live a life doing something I was passionate about. And getting a job, I wasn't passionate about that, but I had to get a job, you know, to take care of my son, because now I'm getting older. You know, it's time for me to get out of my mom's house. So I got a job. You know, I went to trade school and learned how to do admin work, and, you know, and all this stuff. It wasn't for me. And for years and years and years, I talked myself into just, this is something you had to do. So I went from being creative, from enjoying life, even though I didn't have a lot, to survival mode. How many of you guys have done that? How many guys are still doing that, living in survival mode? Raise your hand. Leave a comment below. That's me. You have a dream, you have a desire, but there is no guidebook to help you get from your dream to making your dream reality, right? So years and years, I got, you know, I went to the trade school. I graduated from the trade school, and I took the test to get a government job. And so I passed the test, got a job working for the Naval Supply Center, and that was like years and years ago. And I worked on this job. I worked for the Naval Supply Center for over 11 years. And then I said, you know, I kind of like retired myself to, this is it. You know, this is my life now. This is, you know, this is how I'm going to live. So I'm just going to put up with it. I'm just going to, you know, I settled, you know, living a life of mediocrity. You know, I have dreams, but I don't know how to materialize my dreams. So this is where I'm going to stay. You know, I'm working this job. I'm miserable. I'm in a state of depression, in and out, in and out. And, you know, I'm going from relationship to relationship to relationship, all bad relationships. None of my relationships worked. They were toxic. They, um, and, you know, I don't think I love myself dearly, but I wasn't in the right set of mindset to be the kind of mother that I should have been with my son. I mean, I wasn't abusive or, you know, or neglectful to my son, but I don't think I was there with him 100%, if you guys know what I mean, because I was so caught up in my depression, my um, inability to create the kind of life I wanted for myself, you know, because here I, you know, like I mentioned, happy that I'm dancing and loving life, because as a dancer and connecting with these wonderful dancers, people that were doing what I was doing, I was enjoying it, but I was not moving to that Debbie Allen or Judith Jameson level, right? So one day I was like watching this infomercial, and it's talking about you could become a millionaire doing multi-level marketing. You know how you stay up late, you can't sleep? And these infomercials used to come on back in the day. And so I'm like, oh, let me write down this 1-800 number. Let me call. And I called and signed up and was, oh, now here comes that feeling again of okay, now that I have purpose, I have some direction, I could do this, you know, I could dream again, you know. And so I would sign up, and before the internet, before Zoom, before these wonderful you know, platforms like Facebook and Instagram and, you know, YouTube, you know, you had to like go physically to these meetings once a week. And these were what they call raw meetings, right? Like, you could do it, get out there, invite people to the next meeting. So it was all about recruiting, recruiting, recruiting. And so it says when people were so, you know, 3 feet, you know, from you or whatever, go up to them, introduce yourself, and tell them about how they could change their life through multi-level marketing. And they were like Amway, Mary Kay, all these different multi-level marketing companies and different niches out there that you could join. And so needless to say, I would join them. I would get into the rah-rah, but never did I have any financial success, right? Made some good friends, but I never had any financial success, right? It was just so interesting. And so here I am chasing after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And after years of doing that, finally, here comes like the internet, right? And finally, here comes like, then I see the internet take place of the, you know, the infomercials. You know, so now I'm not now I'm no longer watching infomercials. I'm watching internet marketers, these gurus that say you can make money online. No more meetings. You don't have to go to no more meetings. Forget about recruiting. Throw that out of the window. That's a waste of time. Make money online. I'm like, now I'm happy again because here's another opportunity. How many of you guys have done that? Go from opportunity after opportunity, chasing after that shiny object. That was me. I was looking for it, honey. I was looking for it. And I bought course after course after course after course. And this was a time where when you buy a course, it was like physical course. So it was mailed to you. It wasn't like a digital product. So digital products did not weren't introduced yet. So I would buy the course and they would mail it to your house, right? And so I went from multi-level marketing, introduction to internet marketing, where the physical products were introduced to you, to now where I am now, digital products. Now, I never had any success as in multi-level marketing financially. I never had any success as an internet marketer, in its new stage when it was being introduced in the and it was like in the early 19, like mid 1990s, like 1995, and then, 2000, I think that's when digital marketing started, or late 1990s, digital marketing started to come into play. And so I didn't realize up until now that you have to learn how to market. You have to learn how to speak to your audience. You have to learn how to attract the right audience. You have to know who your target market is. And you got to choose. As I grew and learned, and I think this journey, when I'm going on this journey that I went on, was so important because it got me to where I was today. Now I am seeing some financial success, not where I want to be yet, but I'm seeing some financial success. And I think, and I am so happy that I did not give up, even though I was in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm glad that I did not totally give up, right? So I learned, okay, focus. I was like focused on so many marketing strategies that I did not learn how to be good at just one strategy and get leverage in one area, marketing area. And so my recommendation to you, if you want to start a business, let me give this shameless plug. Go to my website. We do give trainings on how you can make money online, and go to GIGI affiliate.com. The training is free and you just register and go through the training. You want to make sure that you put aside at least an hour where you're not distracted, where you could go through the training. And my partner puts together this wonderful, wonderful information step by step on what you can expect and what you can receive. And with the technology today, the struggles aren't what they used to be like back in the day when I first started. It's doable. You can do it, with not a lot of money. And he shows you, and he is so legit and he's so honest and so trustworthy that I am so blessed to have found this mentor. And so I recommend just register for the training, GG. I will definitely put it in the description below, the link in the description below, and you can start making money. It is so, I can't even say this enough, y'all. It is so important to start generating income outside of a JOB, because this pandemic, this COVID, being in isolation, have to be in quarantine for some people losing their job, it's going to be a game changer, and having to work from home is going to be a game changer. Could you imagine, like all these people who have lost their jobs, if they had started a home business on the side while working a job? How, if you got laid off, or if you get laid off, you've created security, you've created financial security. So when you fall on something, that you can bounce back from. And that's why I always recommend people, even if you're working a job, and it's paying you well, start a home business to help build financial security, because you never know what could happen that will cause that job to go away. So you just don't, and I learned this the hard way. I learned this, that you can't just, I'm sorry about that, you guys. You can't just have, and it's not smart to just have one source of income. I remember this person talking to me before that you should have multiple streams of income. And I just listened and said, like a lot of people, oh, okay. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. But I never act on it. And action is key. You got to take action because it's going to take a minute to really build that momentum to get it going, right? So go ahead, go there now. The link will be below. Sign up for this and register for this training because it is phenomenal. I'm telling you, it is phenomenal. And especially if you're a mom, or if you're a baby boomer like me, I have a heart for baby boomers. And I think it's so important because I see so many people retiring in the poorhouse. And I said, Lord, if you show me and help me become successful at this, I'm going to reach out and bless other people and show them how. So that's why I'm taking you guys along with me on this journey, sharing with you my life, who I am, coming on here, hanging with Gigi, just chit-chatting with you so that you get to know me, and I can introduce resources that I'm using, tools that I'm using that could definitely help you become successful. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. No, it's not going to be easy, but it's easier than just sitting and waiting for the government to give you a handout. Or, you know what I'm saying? So while you're working that job, learn the skill like any other skill. Like any other skill. Like, let me tell you what I'm working on. Like, I am decided to focus on email marketing, and I am learning how to do email marketing. And let me pull this up and show you guys what I am doing here. Share my screen with you. Share. Okay, so let me take her out of there. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Sorry, you guys. Okay, so here we go. So I am learning how to do email effectively. Like I mentioned earlier, email marketing is so essential for all kind of businesses, no matter what the niche, no matter what the business, if it's e-commerce, if it's a service business, if you're a counselor, if you are sharing and selling information, it doesn't matter. What email does is it allows you to build your own tribe, your own people, and get people in there who are interested in your product. And you could communicate with them over and over again and introduce to them different services that come up for you. You may have a sale, there may be a discount on your product, and email marketing helps you do that. Now, I am learning, like I said, how to do it effectively. So I use GetResponse. I will definitely put a link below in the description so that you could go and use it and get started. I use GetResponse, and I also have Get Solo Ads. So in the training, if you register for the training, my partner will show you how to get one good quality solo ads, because some of these people out here, they're scamming. They're like taking your money and they're not giving you quality clicks. But my partner, he's ethical, he can be trusted. He's showing you where you could go to get good quality solo ads. Now, I love solo ads because some people aren't good at Facebook marketing, and Facebook marketing with them changing their algorithms so often, and social media, you can't scale in the way you want to, and it takes a lot of money. You're getting your target market from a list that somebody did the work already. And that's amazing. And these people are looking for what you have to offer. So that's why I recommend solo ads. I'm not putting down Facebook ads or Google ads or social media as like that. But it takes a lot of work to learn how to do this. And so I said, well, if you're going to put in the work, learn email marketing, because you're building that list already. So you're not taking people from a social media platform to a product, right? And then that person disappears and you no longer see that person anymore. You cannot speak to that person anymore. Email marketing allows you to speak to that person over and over again. So I am learning how to do email marketing effectively. I build my list. I'm constantly building my list because it's an ongoing thing. You never stop. And I put together messages. So you want to follow up on what they're called sequential messages that go out automatically, right? To your customers that are on your list, right? And so I realized I built the list. I put together my email sequences. Now I'm learning to segment my list. So I'm like, okay, I noticed that there were some people who were on my list, right? And I noticed that some people were not opening my emails. So, I found out from my mentor, okay, what you have to do, and this is for you guys who are doing emails, okay, what you have to do is tag those people and not reuse, but resend the emails to those people that did not open. And what happens is you get a higher open rate, right? When you resend the email. So I'm out here in these streets. I'm encouraging myself. I'm building myself, getting myself ramped up to think positive, to know I could do this when things aren't working as I want them to and they don't turn out as planned. And I realized that I have to stick with it so that I build momentum, because sometimes when you get started, you're not going to see success right away. You got to build momentum, right? And you got to continue to always be a student of the game. I didn't have that mindset back then when I went to multi-level marketing and internet um, when uh, when internet online marketing first started. I didn't have that kind of mindset, so I wasn't working on my mindset to do that, right? But now I'm in a place. I think all those lessons of failing, not being able to do it, having down days, they were like a learning lesson for me to make me stronger and durable, and to have, the thought process that I giving up is not an option, and it shouldn't be an option for you. And that we should become solution oriented people, and that it's okay to be down sometimes. We're going to get there, but don't stay down. Take a break a little bit, and then come back refreshed, with a different frame of mind, and ready to kick butt, okay? Ready to move forward, because, when you keep moving forward, it's going to build up momentum. You're going to see growth. You're going to see success. And on that note, I just wanted to come on here and say hello, see how you were doing, sharing with you that I'm back. My pity party is over. I kicked everybody out and now ready to get to work. And I hope that you are too. I wish you great success. And don't forget, sign up, register for the workshop or the training that we're having, the free training that we're having at ggaffiliate.com, in the description below. And if you have any questions, leave them in a comment. I will definitely be happy to answer any of your questions. I'm going to get back to work, get back to studying how to segment my list, do my tagging, and reuse these emails, y'all. Okay? And I wish you great success. So come back, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the notification button. So whenever I do another video that you'll be notified, right? And remember, I'm here to encourage, inspire, and motivate you to live your best life and be the best that you can be, right? So you have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Put my glasses on so I know how to get off of here.